sun has almost risen, and luckily this temple opens up at 7 o'clock, so there's nobody, no tourists here. The footprints of Buddha. This is a temple as well as a museum and a cafeteria at the bottom. So it is literally something made for tourism. Here's the blueprints of this temple. It was built and finished in 2007. That's the cafeteria. You make your payment, yeah, and put your cash in, your coins, and yeah, it's all automated. Lekker breakfast. While it's still early, not many people are here. You just pick this, you eat it, and then you go pay. What I like at temple, basically a theme park, you know, catered for the tourists. But whatever, I've got lekker breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. I'm gonna be guessing that I think that pork is a vegetable. I'll give this to them. The coffees are very nice, and at least it was only 15 rand for one, which was like a quarter of the price of the normal places. So I grabbed another one. By the way, they call coffees here, they don't call them coffee, they call them kopi. Same in Malaysia. If you ask them for coffee and they're like, what? They ask them for a coffee. And then they think, oh, what's that? And then when you say kopi, and then they're like, yes, yes. So coffees are called kopi. So when I got another coffee now, I asked the guy for a lekker koppie coffee. And he had a massive smile on his face and he was like, yes, coffee. Well, that was a lekker breakfast and a few coffees. Time for me to head back to my kip from last night. And I had to change rooms yesterday was because I had two bookings, one for another room and obviously the other one for the other room. So I changed rooms and the lady was nice enough to move some of my things over to the new one. But holy smokes, has the sleep been terrible for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Even sleeping here in this hostel has been brutal. The first night it was hot as hell. The blanket is basically this thin blanket which basically resembles a dog's blanket. The aircon was so useless, it couldn't cool down the room. And last night the aircons were good. They had 2 aircons in that dorm where I was in, so that was good. The only problem is that the beds are, oh crap, anybody just moves and you just hear creaking all the time. Luckily I had my earplugs in and that helped. I slept basically the whole night through regards to the noise, but it was more like I had a bit of itches. I don't know if it was mosquito itches or if it was those rats itches, but eventually just disappeared, so I don't know. Maybe it's a crap blankets. Yeah, so they really are terrible. Like, oh, it's bad. The first night I actually had blood stains on my sheets when I checked in, so I told the lady, please change it. I'm going out, please change it. Thank you. She is flat. That old tube didn't hold the night. So I've got my bike park sorted out. I used my slops as some shoulder guards from the rope, and I'm all ready to hit the last day in Singapore. Oh, this is gonna be a long day. My flight is at 8 o'clock. I've got to be there 3 hours before that, and then an hour before that, 3 hours, so that I can pack my bike into this box. It is now almost 2 o'clock, so I've got 30 kilometers to go do. So let's do this. This is crazy. Most of the time you end up really just waiting at Robocha. And especially when you're in the center, there's all these one-ways, so you have to get onto the pavement. At least this area where most of the people go out and do stuff, where all of those light shows are and parks are, is nice and quiet during the day. So I think I should have a lekker commute all the way to the airport. And this is where they do that water show. Here's that indoor forest. Looks like that it's a mall of some sort, maybe with some restaurants inside of it. Lekker. See, there's a whole lot of walkways at the top, inside of it, where you can walk around and have a look at the canopy. Oh, I like that. You know, I had to think of everything for this trip, even down to the smallest little things. As you guys can see, one of them. But the other one was that I had to make sure that my pedals are loose enough so I can untighten them with my little Allen key. Taking into considerations on not making them too tight, and also using some grease so that they don't get tight over time. Yeah, I had to test it this morning and they were loose enough for me to use my little spanner. This box on my back, it acts like a sail in the wind. Unfortunately, none of the wind is on my back. Well, there's that massive building from a complete different angle. They're busy constructing a whole new park on that side. Probably similar to the one that's also on that side. The highway to the airport. Crazy, eh? And this looks like it goes on for about 20 kilometers or so. The city is rather epic with their cycling for a city. But yeah, inside the center it is extremely difficult. Really, it's a challenge. Like, it's nice in that you can go anywhere with a bicycle, but if you're doing bike packing, it's very difficult. If you're commuting to work and, you know, just doing daily errands or something like that, then it's fine. But as a bike packer, 2 days there is enough. I need big, open, quiet roads. And I must say, this airport link, this road it seems pretty awesome. And it's pretty quiet. I think if you are a cyclist, you can probably come out here and do some training. But yeah, it is speed limits everywhere. But this one seems fine. I think there's a few fast guys here. But the locals probably know all the places to go where you can actually open it up and start sprinting and go full gas. Maybe this is one of them. We'll see. So far I've only seen two roadies, and yeah, it is daytime, so maybe they don't cycle much in the daytime anyway. I hope I get to sleep a bit on that flight. It is a 3-hour flight, and yeah, the sleep has been very difficult since even before the border in Thailand. In those last few provinces, entering into Malaysia and then through Malaysia, and yeah, in Singapore, have just been terrible. Really the worst accommodations ever. Some accommodations are nice, you know, they got their good things, the bed's good, the aircon's good, but then there'll be some type of noise or something. You just can never win there. I hope that I get some a little bit of shut-eye on the plane, because it's going to be a late arrival. I'm probably only going to get to my hotel midnight, and I might end up having to cycle there. But we will see. We will see. Well, so far it's just been so peaceful and quiet going to the airport. At least it seems like it's gonna end on a good note. Probably is gonna get a bit complicated as I get to the airport. So that's nothing I can't handle. Ah, what an epic journey it's been. What an epic journey it's been. On the beach on the way to the airport. And this out here, all these ships, is one of the reasons why this country is one of the most wealthiest countries in the world. Look at all of these ships. Basically the whole horizon is just ships. Look at that. This place is like a bicycle highway. I think just in this one long stretch of road, it's the most people cycling that I've seen in one go in my whole trip together. Alright, I'm not even halfway there yet and I am starving. I'm starving to death. And shoulders is getting a bit uncomfortable, and I can't put my head up when my hands is on the handlebars. I can't look properly up with my head. There's a damn box in the way. And I'm also tired, like mentally just tired. I need proper, healthy, good quality sleep. I really need proper sleep. I might just take, I don't know, a day or two and just sleep non-stop. People all out and about, riding their bicycle on the beach, just having a good time. And in the night time, I'm sure this place lights up because they are night owls. They prefer to come out in the evening. And also, it's definitely the most healthy city in terms of the population. And I've seen some really fit, healthy looking people here. And they also dress in a nice, clean way. But they are the dodgy places, and they're not dodgy like our dodgy. It's just where they're more laid back and smoke and drink beer, and they just sit there and just talk a bunch of crap the whole time. But those old timers, they're in Chinatown. They finish a case of beer each, and that's their weekly routine. They just chill every day, playing card games and smoking with their friends and having beers. Yeah, you're not allowed to smoke in public. There are actually designated smoking spots if you do want to smoke in public. And drinking, no, you do not even touch a bottle of alcohol, in public. Yeah, that's straight to prison for you. They don't take any nonsense with that. Any hooliganism is not tolerated, which is good. Creates a nice, happy, healthy environment. Back in South Africa, the police give you a reward for drinking in public. Oh, what a... I don't even want to go that way. Like a camping on the beach. Now, come to think of it, I don't think I've actually seen a sign anywhere where it says no drinking. Maybe in the city, in certain areas where it says no drinking with a big sign of all the things you can't do, but they're not displayed everywhere. It's like the people already know, don't do it. The only thing that they need to still get in place is the people need to stick to the left of the paths. Another tube of mine seemed to have gotten a puncture by the rim side again, but the rim was in perfect condition where the puncture was.
So I think it just reached its end of life. So I took it and threw it away. So if I get a puncture, I don't have a tube to swap out, so I'm going to have to wait until the glue has dried on the patch. There is so much construction going on in this city, and it's a show of growth. With all of this building sites, the city is growing, and there are hundreds of these construction sites. All I like is that you go skiing around this lake. When I was doing my plane tickets, this was my main ones from South Africa to Thailand. One of the top options was Singapore Airlines. They didn't have any problem with bicycles, you can just bring it on and go. But I was watching the plane tickets, and they were within my budget, but then all of a sudden they skyrocketed way out of my budget. So yeah, they do promote cycling. Also their airline, their domestic airline, Scoot Airlines, I booked with them to Bangkok, and they got no problem either. Just make sure it's in a box, and though you must pay for extra baggage, which is understandable, most airlines are like that, but basically it seems like as long as it's in a box, it's all good. It's starting to look drier the closer I get to the airport. Going to see some airport features. I'm really feeling those strong easterly trade winds as I make my way from the west side of the island. I'm heading in an easterly direction and I'm burning quite a lot of calories trying to get there to the airport. Jurassic Mile. Well, hopefully this doesn't affect me. Saturday the 31st, that's today. Closure of cycling lane. Let's hope that it is open. I've mentioned the ferry, and I think the ferry is before the airport. Oh boy. Let's hope for the best. Like the way is open. Luckily, I was just right over there. The turn off to go to the ferry, which was closed, to continue to cycle around the island. But the road to the airport is good to go. Let's see what this whole Jurassic Mile is all about. You think this is where they keep the velociraptors in? Oh yeah, our first dinosaur. Oh, like it. And this is right next to the airport. Literally, this is the fence to the airport. Imagine being a kid and coming down here. Hey, oh, what a lack of ball. T-Rex. Oh boy. That one over there with the bicycle's been struggling for about a minute trying to get a stand up. She can't realize that it's caught on the pedals. She just needs to turn the pedals back. I don't have time to help out clowns at the moment. I'm sorry. Velociraptors. Boy. Poor little kid, he must have eaten too much dinosaur eggs. He just pooped everything up. Ah, there we go. Well, that was a super nice way to finish off the last day and the end of the Malaysian peninsula. It's the end of the land for me. That's it. I can't go any further south. Job done. Finished. Finito. Time to make like the Portuguese and get into a plane and fly away. Not too sure what this place is, if it's a type of terminal building for the buses that would actually take you to the airport. It seems like I've still got a little short while to go before I actually get to where I would enter. I've done the online check-in for my flight and I've gotten the terminal departure. It's basically at the end of my planned route. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's get going. Super lucky. Just as I finished putting my box back on my bag, right across the walkway was this little cafeteria for like the airport staff and that. So I used my last bit of coin and got a cold drink, an iced drink and a plate of food. My last meal. Well, that was a lifesaver. It was about 80 Rand for that little iced tea thing and that plain rice and chicken. But I probably would have paid 4 times for something else in the airport and would have given me less energy. Can you believe it's already 3:30? I've done like almost nothing today. I had breakfast, I looked at that temple and then basically sorted my bike out and made my way to the airport. Just like that, it's the end of the line. That is the end of the cycling route. Pretty epic. Now I must see if I can find a place to box my bike. Let's make some magic happen. Let's put that inside there. Box is done. Time to finish this bike now. Oh, I had to make it a little bit shorter. Boom shakalaka. All boxed up. Oh boy, I need to take a SkyTrain to Terminal 1. SkyTrain to T1. Come train, let's go, let's go. There's my train. Train, he wants to race. To get to my check-in gate. I'm unfamiliar with this airport, but I'm just playing it, man. Right at the end, I'll make it in time. Worst that could happen.
on my checking counters. Scoot. Scoot, scoot.
See how smooth this is gonna go. There's always that little bit of doubt that something's gonna go wrong. But I think it's gonna go smooth.
Here goes my box.
Done. He only asked me if the wheels are deflated. There you go.
So I just went through there with my passport. I just took a photo of my face and fingerprint scan, and that was it.
Passport control was done by those automatic gates. You know, there was only security guards minding the area, but you basically do everything yourself. I don't know if there's going to be another security check somewhere or another immigration, no stamp in the passport, nothing like that.
Vacuum cleaner. Ah, there's the last security check right at the gate before we board the plane. So let's do this.
Time to do what I did in 5 weeks, in 3 hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like
time to see if my bike arrived. There was a little hiccup with it. Silly one, it was quite funny though. There was a funny hiccup with my bicycle. It had an old sticker on the box that showed that it had materials that can't be flown. And they basically just called me out the plane, asked me if this is my box. I said, yes it is. They asked me what's in it. I said, it's a bicycle. They asked me, is there any batteries in there? I said, no, that's from the old bicycle, somebody else's bicycle that it was. And yeah, just had to take off the sticker, and then they reloaded the box, and off we went.
Well, that was quick.
That's the one thing about this airport guy in Bangkok. You come straight out of immigration, straight to where you collect your bags, but then you have to walk and go search for a trolley somewhere else on the airport. Ridiculous. Up for all of the taxi drivers to attempt to scam me. Taxi driver already started his, 500 baht. I was like, not a chance, buddy. I'll give you 250 because I like you. And here I am.
Oh, yeah, it's the Grand Tour. It's got a old rust bucket aircon. Hopefully it gets cool. Bed is as hard as the usual ones in Thailand. Massive room, can probably fit 20 bikes in here. Oh, I don't know. And the pooper. Oh, look at these walls there, nice and clean. Big old place. I could just throw white paint on the walls and it will look a million times better, But they're like, oh fuck it, we will just have these stiff, dirty, creamy colored walls. Bon appetit.
But there's another hectic day done and dusted. What an adventure.